There was a time when there were rules about being a gentleman. Those are all gone. They're gone. They're history. We don't care about that anymore. And I think some of those rules should be brought back. The whole notion of taking responsibility to raise your child is alien now. And with the phone in your hand constantly, you are literally in the room with people you care about and you don't know they're there. Hey, and welcome back to another episode of Society of Like-Minded Men. Your hosts, Ramin Kayvon and Tommy Sporletter. Hey, Tommy, what's going on, man?
Man, if I told you, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's been a kind of a crazy day weather-wise. It's you're in Colorado, so what was your day like today?
Well, we're unseasonably warm here. We haven't been getting a lot of moisture, which has a lot of folks concerned.
Mm-hmm.
The mountains down south are finally getting hit with some, but yeah, we're seasonably low, and today was again in the 60 degree mark. So
Wow. Yeah. So
yeah,
here it was between 38 and 48 with unseasonably cold weather
cold. Wow.
coming
There
in
you
off
go.
the ocean. And
Yeah.
apparently all the weather models indicate that this is all headed your way. So hang in there
Yeah. Yep.
hang in there for a couple days.
We're supposed to get some just in time for me to travel out of town on a
Yeah,
6-hour
perfect.
road trip back east. So yeah, perfect timing.
Perfect. Yeah.
So, anywho,
So
yeah.
anyhow, so today's episode is about the subject of common courtesy and why it's not so common anymore. And I think you agree with that, right? It's nuts. Everywhere we go, I find people are going out of their way to behave as though they don't care and that they're the only ones. And what I find is there's power in just a simple smile. Say hi, open a door for someone, this.
Yeah, that is now become the exception and not the rule. Which
Exactly.
not
And
so long ago it was the other way around.
well, there was a time when there were rules about being a gentleman. Those are all gone.
Yeah.
They're gone. They're history. We don't care about that anymore. And I think some of those rules should be brought back.
Now,
I'm of the opinion that it is best to be a gentleman. It is best to uh, reach out a kind hand and help somebody open a door, help somebody. I was at a local supermarket yesterday, and there was an elevator that led to the garage. So I walked up to the elevator, pressed the button, and some lady, obviously in her own little brain, earbuds in, not paying attention, comes up and acts like she's going to rush into the elevator ahead of me. The elevator opened up, and I just smiled at her and went, "Go for it." And she stopped and she looked at me. And it was just this kind of, wait a minute.
yeah,
And, right?
yeah. I mean,
I,
the simple notion of even please and thank you
yeah,
is
it's not
gone.
that hard. Yes. And I think,
So
right.
I became a father first time at 50 years old, but really teaching her and continual reaffirmation of
Yes.
please and thank you. But a lot of places I go and people I interact with, it's more like you said, it's like get the hell out of the way, or what the
Yeah.
hell are you doing here, or why are you here? Like
Why are
they're
you even
more,
here? Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
their time or their energy is more important than anybody's.
Yes. Correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct. And you get that. And it doesn't matter where you go either. It could be the doctor's office. It could literally be the counter at McDonald's. There's this notion of who are you and what do you want?
Right?
Right. And
Even
it's just like, well, I don't need to spend my money here.
yeah, the service industry. And when I was younger, I worked in the service industry, but the
Yeah.
please and thank you, or how may I help you, went such a long ways, and
What can I help you with?
it's hard to go out now and go out to eat, or like you said, just a simple cup of coffee.
Right.
And when you get it now, it's like wow,
Yeah.
it's
Oh
a
my
different
God.
experience.
Oh my God. It's a whole
To get
different thing.
that's wrong, and
That is wrong. It has become the rarity, which is why we're always surprised when we get it.
And
And
where do
that
you think that stems from? Because we talk about like-minded men, and we talk about men needing to be
it's
leaders. And is it something that just
it is predominantly, I find, a Western society thing. Where there are in Asian societies, there's a lot of even in South America. I recently visited Mexico, and I have to tell you, being a man with this kind of beard on my face, and the fact that I spoke a little bit of Spanish, they treated me like a king, right? Because I
Yeah.
was an elder,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Here, it's get out of my way, old man. There, it's
Yeah.
how can we help you, senor? Right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
It's a different approach. We do not value age and experience anymore. We think everything is available on Google and on Yahoo and on wherever, and it just isn't. This kind of stuff has to be taught. You have to learn this from your parents, and if your parents aren't willing to teach it to you, then you are lost. You are behind the eight ball as a child,
Yeah.
right?
Well, that's the disconnection of parents with their
It's a
children,
yeah. Well, I
and
don't want to.
letting schools or letting society raise my children instead of me
Right. It's
taking
my.
the responsibility to raise
Oh
my
yeah.
child
The,
myself.
the the whole notion of taking responsibility to raise your child is alien now.
Stick a phone in their face,
Yep.
and
And yeah,
that's
it's
where you learn from. And when you and that's what we talk about. Interaction, social media. Where do I mean, what is that all about? Even news. I mean,
yeah. Nothing.
television. The old channels. You can go back to Nick at Night and see the old series that you saw and how they treat each other. I mean, go back to let's start dating ourselves. I mean, this is before my time, but Leave It to Beaver.
Yeah.
The black and whites, but just how the interaction, the way it was written, the way it was versus shows today. They're having to bleep out f bombs on
Right.
regular mainstream TV, let alone
Right.
treating someone with kindness and courtesy.
And it basically, as men, I think our responsibility in this society, whether we like it or not, is to set the example. My young granddaughter was here visiting over Christmas, and she walked in from the outside, took her coat off, and just dropped it in the middle of the living room floor. And I said, no, no, pick that up, go hang it up where it belongs. It's not my job to put it away. It's not your mother's job to put this away. It's your job,
Good for you.
right?
Yeah.
And she got all upset with me, but and even her father's like, listen to the man.
Well, that's good. But at least you acknowledge,
He,
that correction
well,
because
yeah,
I,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly, and it is something that people don't do. People just assume whatever a child does is okay. And
yeah.
the reality is they don't know. They don't know how to be in society. That's our job to teach them. Children are born. I was joking with somebody the other day, but it's actually not far from the truth. Children are born as self-absorbed narcissists. And that makes total sense from an evolutionary standpoint, right?
Well, no, it's true. I just had the author, and I can't recall the book right now, but that's exactly what he said. You're developing. That's what you are. You're
That's
you're
what you
fully
are. You
you're
have to
fully
be.
dependent on
Yes,
other people,
correct.
and then you're being trained or coached or whatever
Yes,
you want to call it. And if everything is done for you, and it starts at an early age, and
right.
I and I don't know. There's different studies that you can read that says once a child or a human being becomes a certain age, it's like in the
It's much
mid
harder.
teens. It's pretty much that's
You're
where they're
done.
going to be, and
Yeah,
then it's the
you're
hard
gonna
way.
you're gonna learn that lesson the hard way at
Yep.
some point, and that's really what you want to try and avoid for your children. Your job is to teach them at an early age how to say hello, nice to meet you, please and thank you, shake your hands. Just the basics of
Op-
courteous human interaction.
Open the door
Open the
for
door for
someone,
somebody, right?
especially someone elderly or someone handicapped or someone that's not
Someone younger than
as
you,
well off
right?
as
Yeah.
younger than you, and you can even lead this to you know chivalry is gone. I mean,
Yeah, it's all toast. And some of that stuff I understand, because a lot of what we thought was chivalrous was, it was really meant to keep women down where they were. But
yeah, I get it.
but if you take that out of it, there was an undercurrent of courtesy. Even when people were mad at each other, they were courteous to each other,
Right.
right?
Well, yeah, in a discussion, agree to
You
disagree,
agree
and
to disagree with that. We don't have to come to fisticuffs. We can just say that I don't agree with your opinion, you don't agree with mine, but that's okay. And I think we have given we have given our minds and our hearts over to social media, which is fundamentally an advertising platform
yeah.
and news that is designed to get you to click on stuff. Again, it's an advertising platform. None of this is meant for your benefit. And it is important that we teach our children how to be present in the world and be part of the world and and be able to treat other people with kindness and courtesy. Just kindness and courtesy is not hard, but it's just basically so rare, which is why we're always surprised when we get it.
No, but it takes being present.
Yes.
You just talked about being present and mindful, and h- how are you present when the phone is in your palm
Yes, exactly.
24/7? So it's half the time people don't even know to say please or thank you. And
Exactly.
when you're walking or you're talking to someone, is not the time to be on your phone.
Put the phone away,
Yeah.
right? It's not that important. There's nothing going on there that's that important.
Yeah. No.
Literally, there's nothing going on there that's that important. Spend time, because the one thing that people regret when someone passes away is as they're passing away, they regret not having spent more time with those they cared about. And with the phone in your hand constantly, you are literally in the room with people you care about and you don't know they're there.
Yeah. Well, I
That's a
can't tell
problem.
you how many times I go out to dinner somewhere and you look around the room and there's couples right there across from each other, and the whole time they order back here, eat down here. It's just there's
They never
no.
look up at each other. It's bizarre.
No, they don't talk to each other. 45-minute meal.
And it's like
Hey,
that.
honey, there's some crazy. Hey, honey, what do you want? And they'll do that, and then it's right back. And I'm talking all age. I'm not talking just youngsters. I'm
No, no, no,
talking
no,
middle age.
no.
I'm talking old, older generation too.
Everybody's doing it because they've become addicted to it.
Yeah,
Right. And one of the things I did probably 6 months ago was take all social media apps off my phone.
good for you.
Gone. I'm probably saving now 3 hours of doom scrolling a day. Multiply that by 300, even if you just say conservatively 300 days, that's 900 hours a year I'm getting back
Right. Do something
to do something with.
less productive
Right.
or
Even if
enjoyable
even if I
or
contemplate my navel, it's better than what I was doing.
yeah. There's a
Right?
whole lot of truth to be said
There's,
in
yeah,
that.
I'm
There's,
just sorry,
yeah.
but this and that's the other part is that I have instituted a policy of, and I highly recommend this to everybody, is protect the first hour of your day.
So,
When you wake up, don't touch that phone. Do not touch that phone. Walk away, go have some coffee, sit down with your family, get people out the front door, get everybody ready to go. Then, once that's all done, then an hour or two goes by, then you can pick up the phone.
that takes a
Whatever.
discipline. Yeah,
Yeah.
that takes a discipline. And I'll admit it, I touch my phone first thing in the morning because
Yeah.
what I do is I have the apps. My morning starts every day. Coffee is already ready when I get up,
Right.
and I'm doing my faith podcast,
Right.
and it's a Bible app. But that's it. There's nothing else. And but again, I can find myself even in those times, and that's how I'm
Yes.
purposeful in being
Yeah.
disciplined to not do that. That how quick it is. That even when your phone's up at 5:30 and you're doing that, notifications are hitting, and it's just you can be bombarded, and it's just
Instantly.
like
And the thing
yeah.
is that whether you choose to respond at 5:30 or not is your choice.
Right. And I constantly now make that choice not to, but there wasn't that long ago that
No, no,
wake up to
exactly.
the alarm and pick it up, and the first thing is 10 notifications, and what was this?
While
And
you're
it's just
brushing your teeth, you're looking, yeah,
yeah.
it's like,
Am I
yeah.
right? And I kind of started this habit, of reading 10 pages every morning, and my faith podcast and all that stuff about 3-4 years ago. And but before that, you didn't realize it then that you pick up the phone in the morning and you're doing this before you do anything else, and then it's constant
Well,
all day long.
that, my friend, is what addiction looks like.
Yeah,
Whether we all
right.
want to admit it or not, that's what addiction looks like.
Yep.
But I find that my first thing in the morning is I get up and I go grind some fresh coffee beans. I brew a fresh pot of coffee. I feed the dogs. I greet my wife,
Yeah.
uh, and I sit and have coffee with my wife until she leaves for work. Then and only then do I go sit down at my desk and look at my phone. And my day starts off beautifully every day. I'm not driven by whatever's on my screen. I don't, in fact, care anymore. Uh, And that's the beauty of that. That for me has been a beautiful transition. Is I'm at a place where I don't care anymore. It's not that whatever it is not that important. I mean, I run two businesses. It's whatever it is will wait 30 minutes for me to have a
That's
cup
just
of
like,
coffee.
it can wait 30 minutes.
you
It
know,
can wait an hour, honestly. It's
you know,
like, yeah,
yeah, I talk to people who work for people who are like, if they send you an email at 2 o'clock in the morning, if you don't respond, then the next day you're in trouble. And I'm like, well, then you're working for the wrong people. End of conversation.
yeah. I just read an article the other day about the mad push for AI and these AI
Mm,
startups in California, and people are living, breathing, and sleeping work. And now the new thing is, I forgot what the term they used, but the goal and pride in all of this stuff, like this competition, is I'm working 16 to 18 hours a day, and I'm expecting my employees to do the same. And there's a lot of people
right.
that are doing it, and what they're doing. It's constant. That's
Yep.
all AI. That's all IT. That's all technology. But they don't have any life. And to me, that's sad for some of this generation, that they even would buy into that and put
Well,
up to that. And it went from the Googles and that,
yeah,
where you had,
but
you know,
what I will say is that this is just the latest iteration because our generation did the same thing during the dot-com boom. I remember personally working 16, 18 hours a day. I had two cell phones. I had two beepers.
uh,
I was Mr. Man, right? And
sure,
I thought it was cool. And it
you wore it
wasn't,
like a badge of
yeah, I
honor.
was like, yeah, look at me. I'm killing myself for the company.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure, sure,
right.
sure. Yeah,
And it wasn't until much later that I realized I'm an idiot.
yeah.
I'm slowly killing myself. Nobody can pay you enough to kill yourself for them. There's no job out there that's worth that. And I actually have this conversation with young professionals today, and they argue with me. They're like, "Yeah, but," and it always starts with "Yeah, but." Don't give me "yeah, but." I'm right, and I know I'm right because I've done what you're doing. I've been at
When
the dark end of that alley.
I couldn't imagine, and I've owned companies before too, but even having that expectation that if I saw someone working that many hours, that long, uh, just me personally, I would be like, "Do you need help? What's going
What
on?
can I do to help you?
What can I do to help you?" Again, then it's self-awareness, self-observance. If it's your company and you're saying you do that, with your companies, your people, I guarantee you, and I know you enough, that
Yeah. No.
there's no way
Nobody
you're
nobody that
allowing
wo
that to happen.
nobody that works for me does that. They in
Right.
fact, and when they do, I call them privately and I'm like, "Dude, go to bed.
Right?
Nothing you're doing is that important. Whatever it is, we'll wait till morning. I guarantee you it'll be there in the morning.
Yeah.
Go get some rest. Get some dinner, take a shower, get some rest."
Well, because you know what's going to happen, and that's the thing.
Absolutely.
And you live there, you've done it. It's going to be burnout.
Yes,
And
and
then
I've
what are you getting from those people then?
nothing. There's this notion that if I just push hard enough, I'll be the one making the difference. No, that's not how it works.
And I'll be
It's a freaking myth.
it is. And I'll be transparent. I'm getting caught in that mode a little bit, and we've talked
Yeah,
about that.
yeah,
But it doesn't take me long to realize in the morning, once I do my devotional and I taking my cold shower, and I'm really going, okay, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do today?
What are you
And
doing today? Right.
yesterday, you dumbass, you want to be like-minded, man. This is not who you were born, created, and made to be. A
Correct.
machine to work for somebody else, and especially at your age, trying to raise a daughter and helping out your mother, that you are no
Yeah.
good to
If
them.
you are burned out in what capacity can you show up for your 5-year-old daughter?
Yeah, I can't.
You can't. You
No.
literally can't. And that
Right.
child deserves better,
He does. He does. And where the
right?
world's going in that. And again, me obviously not being a spring chicken, I want the best for her and what that is. And to be present and be aware. And that's where the courtesy comes in. And if nothing else, I want to show that to her and the
Right.
people in my family, the people in my circle. And just as you said, I don't care. You don't care on certain things. I have a circle, but that's who I've chosen now to associate with. The people that can be respectful and courteous. We can have an argument, and I've got friends on the other side of all sides of the aisle, and we can have a conversation, but it can be something that's respectful and courteous
Yes.
to each other's
Correct.
time and opinions. We might not agree, and that's just what's lost right now in so
Yes.
much.
We have lost that. We have lost the ability to see each other with a kind eye,
Yeah,
right? We have actively, well, we have allowed the radical left and right in this country to help us kill that. And
yeah.
we need to resurrect it. We need to spend time saying hello to your neighbor. I said hello to somebody the other day, just walking through on the street, and just said hello and smiled. And you thought I had three heads. It's just this the look. The look was just like,
It's
huh?
simple.
What?
Just say hello and smile. How's your day?
How's
But
your day?
it,
Hey, good morning, man. It's
yeah.
not hard. We choose to make life more difficult for ourselves than it needs to be.
And for anyone that has a business or running a business in that, know that when, and even me working for someone else, but the projects that I run and that, and my demeanor in my meetings with people are more responsive and more receptive, and they want to work with you
Correct.
again and
Correct.
again
Yes, exactly correct.
because of just that, the real simple ideas you're talking about of courtesy
Yes.
and respect.
Yes, exactly.
They will
The
like, man, that guy was professional. That guy was, you know what I mean? Courteous. That guy was
Yep.
not,
You
yeah,
made them feel good.
that guy was not an asshole. And so many men today, right or wrong or indifferent, men, children, kids, they're, they're assholes. Like you're a
Because
jerk.
somebody
You're a
told them
prick.
it. Somebody told them they had to be that way,
Well,
right?
how many clicks do these influencers get by being assholes? You know?
It's, well, again, we are allowing this to happen in
Yeah.
our society, right? Just,
Yeah.
my recommendation is take the damn social media apps off your phone. You can watch this podcast or anything else on your computer. Um, take time in the morning to just be with yourself and your loved ones, and think about the things that are important to you. I think this is the other part of this, is that by getting people to focus on other than themselves, they no longer think about what their dreams are, what they want to accomplish in life, right? That's all gone,
Right.
right? And then the other sad part for society is that creativity dies,
Yeah.
right? People don't write books anymore. I'm a voice actor, and I
Mhm.
just recently recorded 2 audiobooks on Amazon, and I'm also doing auditions for others, and I'm looking at some of these scripts, and I'm thinking to myself, who wrote this? Right? So some
Yeah.
of them are just so, you can tell it comes from a dark place,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
that's, I don't want to read that. Why do I want that in my life, right? So, it's the thing that people really do need to understand, that all of it, 100% is a choice.
Yeah.
And if people say, well, it's a habit, no, if you're aware of it, it's a choice.
That's the choice. Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
can articulate that you are aware of it, you have actively made a choice. You did that stuff on purpose.
Yeah. The problem is that so many people aren't even aware of it.
No,
They're
no,
not aware
yeah,
because they're not present. They're not
no,
engaged. Then it comes back to it's because it's all about them.
yeah,
It's all
well,
about me. It's all about I, not anybody else.
Well, I mean, the social media by definition, yes, it's an advertising platform, but it is a mirror. And it shows us how many of us are self-absorbed and narcissistic. The fact that it is as popular as it is a clear indication that as humans, we are by default narcissistic, and someone needs to teach us to be better.
Yeah.
End of conversation. So anyway, that's what I think. Go out there and be nice to people. Take care of each other. Even what's even more important, be nice to your spouse or your
Yeah.
life partner.
Yeah.
It is more important that you be kind and caring to the one you live with than anybody else. Because if you have children, that's the example they're going to follow.
Yep.
How you treat mom or dad, that's the example they're going to follow.
It is, but if you can't even be nice to yourself and self-deprecating things to yourself, then how can it? Yeah, it's
if you don't care enough about yourself, you're not going to care enough about anything else. But so again, there are thousands of videos and books about this sort of subject matter. But at the end of the day, take care of yourself. Take care of the ones that are in your care, that rely on you for everything. And then be nice to the people in the world around you. You'll see your world will change dramatically. Anyway, that's all I got for today.
That's me too. I mean, we touched on a lot of things, and that's kind of why we created this. And we talked a little bit at the intro. You kind of get a gist of what we are. But all I can say is, if you see this or you find this, our podcast out there, we love feedback and really see if there's more men out there than we experience and we see that are seeing the same thing, and how to improve their lives and those around them.
Correct. Exactly. So if you see this and it tickles your fancy or it resonates with you, like, subscribe, and comment. Tell us what you think.
Please.
We would love to hear from you.
Yep, we would.
All righty, sir. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for your time again. And this has been Society of Like-Minded Men. And over and out. Talk to you soon.
Over and out. Bid you do.
Cheers, buddy. Bye.
Yep. Bye.